Alrighty, guys. 2 boys, 1 single
brain cell.
brain cell.
And all of that aside, we're checking out the Weakerthans.
Versus
Bayside.
Bayside. Ooh, you almost forgot. He almost forgot.
But I didn't.
He didn't. He did. He did good. He did good. I'm a big fan of both bands, so I'm actually pretty excited to see what they do with this. I imagine, I think Bayside's going to have a little bit of a smoother sound.
I think so.
These
Bayside generally they're so smooth. It's so clean.
Yeah, and I think they're kind of falling that a little bit more in that pop punk area.
I agree.
But a little bit more like emo pop punk.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a little bit of a smoother production, I imagine, where this is a lot. The Weakerthans are rather indie too. Like, I don't know, like folk rock. I don't even know what I'd consider them, but they definitely have an indie quality to them, and I really love it because of that. So let's jump into a side.
Let's do it.
Weakerthans, and then we'll hit Bayside.
Measure me in metered lines in one decisive stare. The time it takes to get from here to there. My ribs that show through t-shirts and these shoes I got for free. I'm unconsoled, I'm lonely, I am so much better than I used to be. Terrified of telephones and shopping malls and knives, and drowning in the pools of other lives. Rely a bit too heavily on alcohol and irony, get clobbered on by courtesy, in love with love and lousy poetry. And I'm leaning on this broken fence between past and present tense, and I'm losing all those stupid games that I swore I'd never play, but it almost feels okay. Circumnavigate this body of wonder and uncertainty, armed with every precious failure and amateur cartography. Breathe in deep before I spread those maps out on my bedroom floor. And I'm leaning on this broken fence between past and present tense, and I'm losing all those stupid games that I swore I'd never play, but it feels okay, and I'm leaving with goodbye. The last ways left to remember, sing my imperfect offering.
So,
Push all my buttons.
there was a part there where the drum that drum sound sounded really nice when he was really hitting the drums fast. Like that sounded wonderful.
In the verses, it was bad, like awful.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going to say?
No, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. But I could picture it being awful
Quality.
for you. But I think it sounded really nice when he was flowing fast.
Agreed. Agreed 100%. It was in the verses, they sounded so bad. However, I will say normally when I'm in a scenario and I'm listening to something like this and I hear that loud ass snare, the problem here, actually, I shouldn't say is a non-problem for me. Realistically, it doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
But you could tell that they might have been aware of it not sounding great quality.
Yeah.
And it's a lot quieter than the rest of the instruments.
It is.
When it sounds like that. So to me, that was them kind of fixing that problem. It blends in with the rest of the music. It's not super noticeable. With these, it is. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like they did what they could do with it to make it sound the best as it could with that quality.
Yeah, and I feel like I feel like with how this one is, I don't think it'll stand out in a casual setting for you.
Yeah, and every single thing else about this song just spoke to my Midwestern soul. It just, like, John K. Sampson's vocals are just, there's a certain, like, he has this, like, slight whiny quality to it, but not too much, though. And the rest, it just comes off as this, like, sweet, like, smooth, like, kind of croon. I don't know, dude. It's so soft.
Yeah. Like, if you could put a feel to it, it's like the inside of these.
Yeah.
Just plush and gentle. And
what a weird fucking image to put in my head. Okay. All right.
But normally that would bother me.
Okay.
Like, normally that would bother me, but it just fits really well with the instrumental he's got going on here, too.
Yeah, and what I also like about his vocals are they're imperfect.
Yeah.
It's a dude doing the best that he can to make a sound work, and it really comes off as original, unique, and a lot of the points or lack thereof of quality actually kind of make up with personality.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And I love how if you just take the last two lines of the song, he's pointing it out to him as well. He doesn't care.
Yep.
He's like, remember, sing my imperfect offering.
Yes.
Perfect.
And
gold.
And just a reminder, John K. Sampson was a member of Propaganda at one point in the 90s. So he had left. I think he did solo work and the Weakerthans after he left.
Gotcha.
So there is that as well. So he has a little bit of that aesthetic in there as well. I think he carried that over very well to the genre that he's working on. You know? So that being said, rating wise, I'm going to go with a 7.5. It's going to go on a playlist. Very happy with it. Again, it's more of a chill tune. This kind of stuff, dude, I found is phenomenal around the fall. Like, just sitting around a fire, having this in the background, dude.
That's perfect.
Dude, it's unreal.
Yeah, I'm going to go 7.2, and it's going in a playlist for me as well.
Hell yeah. Now, let's see what Bayside did with theirs. We're going to go ahead and transition.
That a boy.
Bam! We're nailing this, guys. Bayside aside, they covered it. We're going to get into it and see what we think.
And hopefully it's devoted. Oh, and it's hopelessly devoted to you.
Oh.
There we go.
Well, there we go. Let's give it a whirl, bud.
Let's do it.
Measure me in metered lines in one decisive stare. The time it takes to get from here to there. My ribs that show through t-shirts and these shoes I got for free. I'm unconsoled, I'm lonely, I am so much better than I used to be. Terrified of telephones and shopping malls and knives, and drowning
Okay, listen.
You like that ending better?
Listen, I still like that they tried to keep a little edge there.
Yeah.
But I will point out that I feel the instrumental losing a lot of the. Okay, first of all, it's sped up obviously to fit that pop punk format a little bit more, and in doing so, kind of loses a lot of its personality. And I would say out of this cover, vocally, like killed it. Like, like he matched it really nicely with like his own qualities and still paying tribute to what John sounds like, right?
Yes.
And that smooth voice actually fit in. Like the chorus was pretty dope for this. Like he made it into a nice little.
I really like how they took a song and they kept a lot of the original aspects to it. They still swapped it up just a little bit, put their own touches on it.
Yeah.
Where they're honoring the song.
Yep.
While making it theirs.
Absolutely. Now, sound-wise, I do think that the sound for the Bayside one came off a little bit more mid-ish, mainly due to it just kind of sounded generic, where his vocals did a lot of the work here.
Yeah,
like
I
his
agree.
vocals brought me in, and then the lyricism and the melody really made me enjoy this version.
I think it plays a big role with the fact that it sounded like the drums stayed the same as they were in the last song.
Yeah,
like your drums were absolutely the same thing.
Yeah, they were kind of bad in this as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Where were you on that snare? Because that was turned up a little bit.
I didn't think it was terrible, but I definitely felt like the instrumental was still lacking.
Yeah.
But I felt that a little bit with the other one too.
Yeah, I felt like the drums here completely matched the other song. They were turned up a little bit. I feel like the snare didn't stand out as much though.
Yeah.
So I feel like we had higher quality in snare there. But instrumentally, it was the same song.
Yeah,
Just louder.
Well, faster.
Well, right? Faster, yeah.
Yeah, fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I felt like this was more up-tempo, for sure.
Yeah, slightly.
Slightly.
But I definitely feel it sounded like the same song with the instrumentals.
Yeah.
To me. And then the voices. Now, mind you, I like Bayside sound.
Absolutely.
Better than I like the Weakerthans sound.
Okay, all right.
So, that being said, I mean, now, mind you, I know the Weakerthans wrote the song.
Yeah.
So they get huge bonuses from
you
that
like what
alone.
you like, brother. I don't care.
But Bayside, I think, knocked it out of the park.
Okay.
With the cover of it.
I think vocally he tore shit up, honestly, in this. Like, dude, he sounded really good, nice and smooth. Like I said, he has that unique smoothness and like I don't know, man. Really, really loved the flow of that chorus in both songs, but really a lot more so in Bayside's version. But I like the charm of the instrumental in the original, even if it pisses me off in certain areas, right?
Yep. Especially with the feedback at the end of it.
Yeah. I feel like this is a little bit more something I've heard before. If that makes sense.
I mean, we did just hear it.
It brings it into that. Yeah. No. Like Bayside in general. It kind of has that vibe again for me where it's like, okay, it's Bayside. I'm here for it. I'm fucking with it. But I don't know if this is like the best Bayside has to offer.
Yeah.
Now, cover-wise, I think they did a damn good job paying respect to the original and bringing this tune in for another generation to listen to
100%.
in a different way. Cool. Awesome. Ratings, though, I think I'm going to be a little bit more towards like a 6.7 and still going to go on a playlist.
Yeah. I am actually going to match
What?
the Weakerthans.
I was going to say, I was like,
7.1
whoa,
for
what?
both of them.
Oh my gosh, 7.1 for both.
Yep.
So that means, if I'm doing my math correctly, the Weakerthans wins. That is a victory for the Weakerthans by Chuck Math Guy. Come on, fast.
What did you rate the Weakerthans one? 7.5?
I think it was 7.6.
7.6? So 0.8.
0.8. The Weakerthans come away with the victory.
0.9.
Chat, do you agree with this or do you disagree?
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun. This was a solid versus, though. I like I said, I like what Bayside did there, and I like the originality from the Weakerthans.
All jokes aside, see what I did there? They were both pretty solid.
Fuck out of here, dude. Don't forget to add those to your playlist.
That's what I'm doing right now.